Hi, and welcome to class. If you're a student in any capacity, if you're studying for your exams or you're learning something new on a daily basis, this class might be really useful for you. In today's class, we're going to address a couple of different ideas when it comes to being a student. One is we're leaning forward and our lower back's get really tight. And the second thing that shows up is a lot of stress. When you have deadlines or you have exams, you have a lot of things coming up, your mind is all over the place. So how can we use the energy within our body to move it, open it, and let it flow to find that creativeness, to find that the creativity, to find that openness and have everything flow. So once we create space, we can add something new and build a lot of trust within ourselves to handle any task that's ahead of us. So let's get to it. Have your toes pointed straight. Let's start with good posture. So toes pointed straight, slight tuck of the tailbone, hands under your belly. Find a few breaths, come back to you. Qigong is a beautiful practice that comes from China. It's a few thousand years old. It's something that I practice every day in some capacity, and it's helped me find a mind-body connection that is wonderful within my being. And I'm a student as well. I'm always studying. I always have certifications and something or the other going on in the background. So these techniques have really helped me to find my peace. So just come back, do nothing. I always like to start the classes with just finding my breath. Take a moment to recalibrate, to come back home. Notice the breath in your belly. Not really doing anything apart from that. Your hands expanding into your belly. You notice it as you breathe. And then let that go. If you found a bit of ease, don't worry, we'll circle back. Qigong is all about making circles, so take your hands out. Imagine you're holding two ping pong balls in your hand and just swing your hand side to side, tapping the sides of your mid back, lower back. Add a bit of a tap. You're gently waking up the kidneys. In Chinese medicine, the kidneys hold a lot of fear. So if you're scared about any exams coming up, it might show up in your kidneys in a sense where you find yourself arching, falling forward, not having good posture. So take this moment to release the kidneys as we work into it. And doing the same motion, we're just going to take our feet slightly wide, toes in a 45, and then we're just going to swing from one leg to the other leg and just move side to side. So the hands are loose, they're swinging. You can even turn the neck and look behind you if you like, and you notice there's a little bit of a weight shift in my feet. You're moving, swaying side to side, finding that openness within your being. And then when you're done, have your toes pointed straight. Take your hands up and just fall down, pressing the knife edge of my feet out. And move a little left, a little right. Or just fall down the middle. Feel the length coming down your hamstrings. Feel a bit of looseness in your lower back. And then bend your knees and roll up your spine. Have your feet a bit wide. Keep your toes pressing into the ground. Keep the knife edge of the feet pressing down. Take your hands on the sides of your legs, just above your knees. Press into one hand and try and look behind you. And then come to the center as you inhale, and then exhale as you press and look behind you the other side. Come back to center. You can move with the breath as you like. Maybe you want to inhale and twist. Exhaling to the center or the other way, it's your choice. Breathe into that space. And now we're going to turn over our right side. So I'm mirroring you. So you're going to turn over to your right. Your toes are going to point towards the front, like in a 45. And you're gently going to tuck your tailbone as you twist and look over the right shoulder. This is a lovely stretch that comes from Shaolin. It opens up your hip flexors in the front. And then you take your chin over the right knee, come back to the center as your feet turn to the other side. And then you lift up, keeping the back knee grounded, tucking your tailbone and looking behind you. So you have this arch in your spine, and then you come back to the center. You drop down, you turn the feet over, and you come over the right shoulder. Inhale and then exhale as you go down, switching over to the left side, tucking the tailbone, twisting and opening. Exhaling as you go down, inhaling as you come up. Exhale as you go down. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you go down, and this time have your toes pointed straight and just fall down. Fall down, loosen up. Have your toes straight, press into your feet, loosen the lower back. And then bend your knees and roll up your spine, one vertebra at a time, and move around for a moment. We're going to start some bear Qigong. The bear in Chinese medicine is an animal that hibernates through the winter. So the bear stores a lot of energy and collects it as winter passes and then comes out in the spring. So we're going to use the action of the bear, the idea of the bear and the movements to help build our chi in our kidneys and our lower body. And I've noticed when I start working into my lower body, I try to build roots in my feet. And when I have deep-rooted legs and hips, my mind is not running all over the place. So let's build our grounding, let's build our roots before we try to do anything with the mind. So have your feet in a 45, like a 45-degree angle, sink into your horse stance and sink your hands down. So take your hands just above the ground, roll your shoulders back, find a breath before we do anything, before we move. And then slowly you can take your hands to the center. You drop down to the center. You roll over to one side so the legs don't move, just the hands come up. It's a gentle pause in hands. And then imagine the bear is pressing a boulder away. So the bear doesn't move, just the boulder moves with the hands. Then you fall over the left foot. You come over to the right side as I mirror you. Inhale, soft pause, soft hands, and then exhale, press the boulder away. Inhale, going down, swinging. Pause the breath and then gently push the boulder away. So the bear moves slowly, rolling into the lower back, building a bit of warmth in the feet. So inhaling as you roll down. Exhaling as you press. Inhaling as you roll down. Exhaling as you press away. Inhale, roll down. Exhale, press. And then come to the center with your hands, point your toes straight, and just fall down. Catch your feet. Notice if you go a bit deeper. With these bear Qigong exercises, the feet don't move to the best of your ability. Most of the movement is coming from the upper body. But the next one, the feet are going to move side to side. It's going to be interesting. So same idea, tuck your chin, roll up your spine, keep your legs in that 45. Bring your hands to the center. And then this time you're going to drop down to the center. You're going to come over your left foot. And this time as the hands come in front, you're going to imagine you're pressing a tree. And it's you that gets pushed away. Then you come to the center, you drop down, roll over to the right side, inhale. You place your hands on a tree trunk, And then as you exhale, it's you that gets pushed away. So avoid your shoulders falling down, have the chest upright, and it's just a movement coming from the feet. So let's move a few times. So inhale as you come up, and then exhale, pressing the tree trunk away. The bear moves away. So you come back to the center, inhale as you go down and come up, holding the breath, and then exhale, you get pushed away. Inhale to the center as you go down. Exhale, press the tree trunk away. Inhale to the center. Rising up. Exhale, press the tree trunk away. Inhale, come back to the center. Have your toes pointed straight, take your hands up. And fall back down. Notice the space building in the lower back. Breathe into your hamstrings, breathe into your legs. Notice if you're a bit deeper. And then bend your knees, roll up your spine. Get your feet in. So notice the space starting to build. The bear is such an incredible animal to channel and work with. We'll work more into a back bend. Take your hands on your lower back and press your toes into the ground. Press your knees forward and keep your glutes active as you look up to the sky. Pressing your hips forward, and then you take your hands down your legs, the back of your legs, then on front of your legs, coming all the way up, and just take it under your belly for a moment and breathe. And then we're going to do that again. So take your hands on your lower back, press your hips forward, maybe you try and look behind you, but be careful of the neck. And then the hands gently slide down the back of the legs, and then they come up the front of the legs back into your stomach as you find your breath. We're going to do that one more time. Notice if there's a bit more space, so inhale, take your hands to the lower back, press your hips, squeeze your glutes, try and look behind you. Maybe you go somewhere new. And then exhale, the hands slide down your legs, up the front of the legs as you inhale, and you come back to your belly, finding your breath. Tucking your tailbone, lengthening the crown. Notice any shifts, notice the warmth, the heat building in the body, the spaciousness. And then let the hands go and just start tapping the heels into the ground. You can add a sigh. Loosen the lower back, loosen the neck, loosen the shoulders. Loosen any leftover tension in the body. Let the neck wobble. You can even move side to side, front and back. Notice the lower back giving you that space today. And then pause. Find your breath. Find a long spine. Take your hands beside you. Elbows slightly open, slight tuck in the tailbone. Feel length in your spine. And then we're going to do a breathing exercise to open up a bit of vibration in our paranasal sinuses and in our throat. So you're going to bring your hands to your face. I'm going to show this to you sideways. And we're going to make a sound that sounds like Om, but it's like a Ah, So Ah starts in the back of the neck. Oos is somewhere in the middle, and comes all the way in front. So you can do it at any tone you like. I'm going to give you a tone that I practice with, and maybe you can try it or Shift it as you need. So the idea is we're going to move with the hands and the breath. So as you inhale, the hands are going to come in. You're going to touch your tongue to the top of your palate, and as you exhale, start the sound at the back of your neck. Inhaling, bringing the hands in. It's not about the volume, it's about feeling the vibration in your top of your nostrils. Inhale. Inhale. Last time. Inhale. Let the hands float down. Stand for a moment and notice the sensations in your nose, in your mind. And as you do that, bring your hands by a chi ball in front of your chest, in front of your stomach. Have your hands at the sides of the ball, and you can gently roll them a little bit. Notice that vibration in your nostrils, and maybe that translates into a sensation in your hands. Now letting go of any kind of stretching and building and anything related to strength and opening, we're just going to move the chi. We're going to move the energy we've cultivated. So as the hands come in, you're going to inhale, and as the hands move out, exhale, you're going to compress the ball, but very gently. It's just a little bit of a sensation in your hands. Inhale, you can imagine like the ball is pushing your hands away up to your shoulders, and then exhale, you press back in. Your entire body comes back down. And then as you inhale, you feel an opening in your chest. Exhale, compressing the ball. Inhale, opening. Exhale, compressing. Inhale, opening. Exhale, compressing. Let the hands come back down. Notice how you feel. And we're going to move into a move from Tai Chi that's called fighting the monkey. And here it's about fighting the monkey mind, bringing focus. So your right hand can go forward, your left hand comes behind you. And then you turn the left hand down as you press it forward, and the right hand glides back. So it's kind of like you're reaching out, grabbing some butter, and then trying to butter a toast in your left hand. And then the hands switch. So inhaling as you open, exhaling as you press away. Inhaling as you open, exhaling as you press. So the knife edge of the hand presses forwards as the elbow pulls back, and then you switch. The palm of the hand faces up while the other palm faces down. And you notice there's a bit of movement in the feet and the hips. It's very subtle. The whole body's moving. So the idea here is we focus on the gentle movements as we let the mind tune back in. Otherwise, our mind is like a monkey. It's jumping from roof to roof. Can you fight the monkey mind not with violence, but with focus? Now we'll add a little change. So as the hands open up to the right, you start to close it in. And just as the palms come somewhere in front of you, the left hand comes a little bit behind the right. You drop it down to your left side. Both the hands come down. You form a chi ball in your hand. And then you press the chi ball forward. Then the same idea. We're just going to go one side at a time. So opening up into your right side, inhaling. Exhale, slide forwards. Inhale as you fall over to your left side. The hands form a chi ball. And then exhale, you push the chi ball in front of your chest. And then inhale, you open to your right. Exhale, you press. And then you form a chi ball as you drop it down. Inhale. Exhale, press in front of you. Opening up to the right, inhaling. Exhale, press forward. As the hands come in, swing it down. Inhaling, forming the chi ball. Exhale, pressing forward. And we'll come back to the movement of fighting the monkey. Just swaying left and right. And this time you're going to move to the other side. So opening up to your left. Pushing forward. Dropping your hands over to the right. Forming a chi ball, inhaling. Exhale, pressing forward, slowing your breath down. Inhale, opening up to the left. Exhale, pressing forward. Inhale, dropping your hands down. Exhale, pressing forward into the chest. Inhale, opening towards your left. Exhale, pressing. Inhale, sliding down. Exhale, pressing in front of your chest. Inhale, opening up to your left. Exhale, pressing. Inhale, dropping the hands to your right. And then exhale, pressing forward. Letting your hands fall down. Inhale, opening your chest, breathing. Exhale, closing your practice. Exhale, reaching up, inhaling. Exhale, closing. Inhale, reaching up to the sky, collecting up any good chi. Exhale, closing your practice, washing it down. And then slowly bringing your feet to touch, your hands come under your belly. You find a gentle wave or rock side to side. Finding a looseness in your spine and your knees and your hips. Openness in your neck, in your shoulders. Just moving and breathing. Letting go of all control. Notice if the lower back feels at ease. Notice your mind, your presence, your focus. Can you let it all go for a few moments as you let your body sway and breathe? And then slowly step your feet back out, your hands under your belly. Coming back to how we started this class today. Notice how your body, mind, and breath feels, if everything's locked in. Maybe you feel a sense of energy building from your feet all the way up to your head, and a sense of ease settling in from the top of your mind. And wherever you are, take a deep breath in. Audible sigh. Let that go. Let the light back in. Roll the shoulders. Move your spine. Roll your back around. Stretch. Weave. Move. Do what you gotta do. I hope that class resonated with you in some way. It was much slower than the other Qigong classes we do. That's because the bear is an animal that focuses on longevity, on moving slow, on hibernating, and building up the strength from going slow and focused. So notice how your mind feels. Notice if your mind is calibrated, connected. And even if the movements and fighting the monkey didn't work out so well, come back to this class a few times. Try and feel that connection. Qigong takes a few attempts to start feeling something. Or maybe you felt it the first time, and maybe when you come back, you feel something more interesting. Notice how your lower back feels. Notice if you have more space in your chest. Or as you lean forward, do you feel more spaciousness? Come back to these exercises. Do them while you study, because you stay in a very static position. So do these movements, and it helps. It helps to keep you young. It helps to keep you focused. And I hope you found some value in this one. Let me know how this resonated for you. Thank you so much for practicing with me. My name's Varun. To close, take your left thumb out. Right hand catches left thumb. Left fingers over right hand, and as you look down, you see the yin and yang symbol on your hand. Take it under your belly. Take a deep breath in for you. Thank yourself for showing up and doing something of value in your day today. And then I take my hands in front of you and I bow down to you, thanking you for your efforts and your practice. Thank you for practicing. Have a wonderful day.